Greetings. I'm Pastor Andrew.
And I'm Brother Reid.
I knew you'd be here.
Because the story told me you would be here.
Tonight, we invite you to worship in the story. With us.
You'll meet standout members of our community.
You'll hear songs and stories.
You'll even see a dramatic, videotaped adaptation of a story.
You'll meet the owners of that story.
You might even see some familiar faces.
I can sense some apprehension.
I can sense your fear.
So I need you to do a favor for me.
Embrace that fear.
For you are the fear.
And you are the story.
The story has chosen you.
And the story must be told.
The story must be told.
The story must be told.
Your story must be told. Your story will be told. I'm Pastor Andrew. Brother Reid, Sister Callista, and I have been traveling the United States, sharing the word of the story with people from all walks of life. And our journey ends here tonight in New York City, New York. It's funny, I'm seeing a lot of myself in your faces, at least who the person I was before the story was given exclusively to me. I'm seeing dead-end job. I'm seeing family problems.
Oh, story.
I'm seeing money turmoil, and you know what? I'm seeing loneliness. I'm also seeing a lot of people saying, hey buddy, if you think the story's gonna solve all my problems, you're crazy. Then call me crazy, because the story will save all your problems. The story soothes and it saves, from the smallest child to the biggest international superstar. Deacon Adam, do we have Lance on the line?
What's going on, Reid and Andrew? It is Lance Bask. Congratulations, guys. I hope it was an amazing run. All right, have a good day, guys. The story must be told.
I have celebrities' numbers in my phone. I advise and have advised presidents, but do you know who this story really honors? It's regular Joes. Just like you and me. I'll never forget this. I was with Sister Callista, spreading the word of this story in schools with children. And we stopped in a small town in Ohio. I was giving my little spiel, and this little girl in the front row, she goes, Pastor Andrew, Pastor Andrew. And I go, yes. And she goes, why should I believe in this story? And I go, how old are you again? But her story brought her there, and her question resonated with me. So I had to think. And I said, little girl, I don't care if you believe in this story. And everyone gasped. And then I said, little girl, whether or not you believe in the story believes in you. It knows who you are. It knows who your parents are. It knows what you did and where you live. And the story will find you, little girl, and your story will be told. I am so glad the story has found us tonight. And look, you can leave whenever you want, but I promise you, if you just stick it out with us, at the end of the night, you're going to want to join us every week. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to my guide, the soul, the spirit, and the brains of the story, Brother Reid.
Thank you. How about that Pastor Andrew? He's pretty good too. Brothers and sisters, if at any of your point tonight, you feel the story quaking in your sternum, go ahead and raise a hand high. The story must be told.
The story must be told.
My name is Brother Reid, and what you are going to see here tonight is your only chance for happiness ever in this life. Ever. The story alone gives joy, and the story, it takes that joy away. I'm reminded of the story of Saint Darlenia Redworm. Saint Darlenia loved her pets, and she had fun naming them. Tipper, Tammy, Topper, Stamper, Stinker, Licker, and Strutting Clyde. But the story was hiding inside her. The story must be told.
The story must be told.
The story was hiding in her head. The story grew a dense mass of benign story in her frontal cortex, so her eyes saw new colors, She knew, story! She knew that her pets had betrayed her. She had to name each of them again. Liar and coward, and turncloak, and devil, and deceiver, and shitty Clyde, and the hammer that strikes in the night. What to do in the face of pet mutiny? Well, she dug a big hole. The story must be told.
The story must be told.
Well, that covers Pastor Andrew and I. How about we go ahead and meet a few more of our members in this dear, faithful congregation. Deacon Adam, if you could press play, it's the triangle.
I know that there are a lot of preconceived notions about our story.
But I'll tell you, unless you've heard it from us, it is way off base. You're gonna hear from real members of our church, veterinarians, preschool teachers. You'll get an idea of who we are and what we do. And I assure you, after you've heard our story, you'll want us to hear yours.
My name is Jessica O'Malley, and I am 31. During the story, I stand near the doors. That's been my role. And I'll tell you, I haven't had to do much since nobody has bolted in a while, but I'm always prepared. Before I joined the church, my life, I would say it was foggy. I would say there was a lot of haze around my work, the way I communicated with people, the way that the world interacted with me, like a perpetual ship in a fog. And with the church, all that fog just sort of burned away.
My name is Sister Callista. I am 22, and I'm a former preschool teacher, but now I am a servant of the church. So my job really is just to be an ambassador, to let people know what we're all about. You know, it's a beautiful place where people feel welcomed and included and want to be a part of something more than themselves. You know, I took wrong turn after wrong turn, and when I first entered the church, that's where I knew, wow, this is a place where I can find my truth. I like to say that before I joined the church, I was a person without a story, and now my story must be told.
I hope you learned something important, and I can tell I already learned something important about you, and it's that you're curious. I look forward to seeing you, and I look forward to hearing your story.
The story must be told.
Sister Callista, you may now approach the pulpit and guide us in the song of the story.
First, I would just love to welcome all our new congregants. The story will change you. But now, a psalm from the book of beasts and the book of boys. How many dogs does it take to wake a sleeping child, tear her from her bed, and guide her paw by paw to the neighbor's empty pool, wherein the Morris family, dad, mom, son, and daughter, take naps with no faces. 3 dogs, Trixie, Prissy, Cardamom. They were the Morris's dogs. 1 dog to tug, One dog to slob, one dog to guide, but all dogs to rob the girl from her bed and show her their deed. The faces removed, devoured with greed. The girl learned the lesson the Morrises forgot. Feed your dogs every night, or your story you have brought. Mouth of foam, violent waves, a boy no more, the day he changed.
Mouth of foam, violent waves, a boy no more, the day he changed.
My son was out one morn when he met a friendly cat with black around its eyes and stripes on its back. He came back in a wail, bleeding from his thumb. His cries did not subside, for the illness had begun. Mouth of foam,
Violent waves, a boy no more, the day he changed.
we chained him in the yard. At strangers he did snap, but I did not mind till the neighbor boys attack. Boy, big boy, a boy no more. The neighbor shouted at my door to call him son. Made me alarm. I put him down with rifle fire. Mouth of foam, violent waves, a boy no more, the day he changed. A dog in sin, a boy in name. The story's truth will live again.
Excuse me, sir? Sir? Where are you going? Because you're free to leave whenever you'd like. And I might have your name, address, and phone number from when you registered tonight and made a commitment to join us. And if you leave right now, the story is going to leave right behind you and find you. So why don't you just stay with us? Thank you.
Well, how about we go ahead and meet a few more of the faithful in the story. Deacon Adam, it's the triangle button, if you could hit on the VCR.
Something I hear again and again is, Pastor Andrew, what are the people like who join your church?
And I asked them back, what is humanity like? Everyone is welcome through our doors. The story is not prejudiced like many people in this world. The paper sees no color. The paper sees no gender. The paper sees nothing but the truth. Join us. Read closely, because we'll be listening.
My name is Devin. I'm 38 years old. My life before the church was lost. My life before the church, I had a family, my daughter, Grace, and my wife. Had a full life, a full family. Daughter drowned in ground pool. My wife and I, we blamed ourselves for a long time, then we blamed one another. When the church told my story, I felt relief at first. And then I felt pain. And then I felt more relief mixed with that pain. And then at the end, it was relief. I had to relive it in front of everyone, which was healthy. It's what I needed the entire time and was what I wasn't able to do before the church. A world in which everyone is part of the church means that we share one story. And one story means one thing, that there's a story.
My name is Benton McKinley. I am a former police officer. I'm 38 years old, and I generally lead instructive fitness for the other members of the church. One day I was walking the beat and I heard a voice say, "Hey, stick 'em up." Instinctually, I drew my service revolver and fired in the direction of the voice. When the dust settled, it turned out that I had shot an 8-year-old boy. After I was removed from the force, I walked around Southern California for a while until I found the church. My life was pretty much meaningless. It was a lot of sleeping in the woods until the church discovered me and accepted me. I shot a child in the face, and they said, "That's okay."
I could sit here all day and talk. You could meet each of our members, but the only way you'll truly learn the story is to hear your story told with us.
It is the time. This is normal. This happens. The story is here. The story is here. Can you feel it? I can feel it. Oh, commando story. Oh, I hear this. I know what you're saying. This is an ancient language that birthed the words of the first story and the story that will end all stories. He's saying words. He's saying dog. I can't understand his accents. And boy. Dog and boy and medicine. A dog, a boy, and medicine. Whose story is this? Whose story?
It is my story! I was a veterinarian! It is my story!
Bring her up. Bring her up, brothers and sisters. Get the story.
Rejoice. The story has brought the story to us, congregation.
Thank you, story.
Oh, I know this story. Yes, I don't think it's a surprise that this story presented itself to me not 3 weeks ago in private, so that I could feel it and experience it, so I might share it with each and every one of you tonight. Brother Reid, which verses should I share?
Verses 34 through 52.
Oh, tell my story.
Oh, Jessica, your story will be told. A story about nobility, about heroics. After all, you are a veterinarian, aren't you?
The story honors me. Thank you, story.
Yes, and how could a veterinarian ever do wrong? I mean, they're the masters of our beasts, the friends of mares and pups alike.
And Jessica, no lover of pups could ever betray one, could she? Especially if she were running late for work on that rainy day on the way to the animal clinic. Tell me, Jessica, what was the name of that gravel road you took?
Old Auburn Road, but I never...
Jessica, I do not need you to answer me because the story is always true. You saw someone in the road that day, didn't you?
No. Two someones. A dog and
a boy. And you were just cruising along in your 93 Chrysler sedan, weren't you?
Oh, yeah. You were just revving the gas, Jessica, weren't you? You couldn't see through that dense field of fog, but you didn't care, did you?
No, you didn't care because your story was too important. Your story was too grand to stop for any other story that got in your way. And you slid off the road, and you went into the grass, and you hopped that curb, and when you saw that dog, and when you saw that boy, you meant to hit the brakes, didn't you?
Didn't you? But you hit the gas, Jessica. You wanted it, and you got closer and closer until thump thump.
Stop! Okay, stop it! That did not happen like that! No, Oh, story, I'm sorry. Everyone, sorry, everyone. The rain had knocked the power out, and all the animals that were on life support, they were in danger, and so I had to get to the clinic. And that was... You understand, right? My intentions were so pure, and the road was so slick. While Would a boy walk his dog in the rain? What was he doing? Stay inside. A boy should stay inside with his dog on a rainy day. And when they were twisted under my tires, I did not drive away.
You didn't drive away, did you, Jessica? The story says you got out of your car.
I thought that with my medical knowledge, I could help them. I could save them.
The story presented you with a choice, Jessica. You couldn't save them both. They were ruptured, leaking rag dolls, Jessica. The dog or the boy. Jessica, Pastor Andrew already told us that you were a veterinarian. But you were haughty, weren't you? You thought you could save the boy.
Brothers and sisters, trained in the medical arts of beasts, and yet you thought you could save a human boy? I can feel your shame.
I was proud.
The boy didn't make it, did he, Jessica? Did he? No. But that didn't stop you from wrestling in his organs, making nuts of his intestines. You made a mess in that boy's chest, Jessica.
Jessica, the story is telling me something right now. Something that will humiliate you. The boy was long gone, but the dog you could have saved. If you could go back, who would you save? Again?
The dog.
Again!
The dog.
Again!
The dog!
And why didn't you?
I made a mistake!
No.
You didn't make a mistake, Jessica, because the story does not make mistakes.
Don't you see, Jessica? Don't you see, brothers and sisters? Jessica didn't have a choice. It was already written. The story has made all of our choices for us.
So I didn't kill that dog, that boy.
Jessica, of course you killed them. But you're not listening. This is what this story wanted for you. We know what this story wants for you. We know what this story wants for you. We know what this story wants for your friends and for your family.
Don't you want to hear your story? Don't you want everybody to hear their story?
And to share the story with the world, we're going to need your support. Both spiritually, intellectually, and yes, financially.
Yes, financially.
To spread the word of the story with the world.
Jessica, thank you so much for being brave and sharing your story with us.
Thank you, Star.
Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause for the story. It's the least we can do. Soon you will bear witness to the final story of the night. But before we do that, let's take a step back and ask ourselves, what is the story? Deacon Adam?
The story is fact. The story is word written on soul. You take a typewriter, you got the ribbon, you got the keys. What's the paper? Oh, that's you. That's you. You remember when you were a little boy and your mother says to you, don't touch the stove, you'll burn your hand. That's what the story is. It's something passed down, it's wisdom, it's instruction, but more than that, it's a warning. The story is what has happened, what will happen, and is happening right now. If everyone believed in the storyteller would have no reason to say a name, to clarify who is there, because you are there. You are the story.
It's also clear. Brothers and sisters, we have given you so much tonight. I know, so much of ourselves. And guess what? we're not finished.
The story alone knows when we're finished, and the story is eternal.
Thank you, Brother Reid. Guess what? Brother Reid, Sister Callista, and I have gone through our favorite stories and hand-picked the very best one and turned it into a major motion picture in our state-of-the-art production facility in Los Angeles, California. And when the producers met us and heard the story, they insisted we star in it, and we had to accept.
What could we say? You know, it's really with the help of generous donations from our congregants the world over that we were able to fly the beneficient of this story and his wife and their child all the way here to join us in New York City, New York.
Why don't we, Gavin, why don't we bring up Steve. I can tell you're nervous. Just say something to our brothers and sisters out here.
I'm Steve Maga. This is my wife Randy, and we were just taking it all in.
Steve, could you tell me, how are you feeling right now?
I feel happy. Feel real good.
Steve. Don't lie to me. How are you feeling?
I feel a little bit of fear. I'm afraid. I'm freaking out, kind of.
That's great. That's good. Steve, you've lived this story. You lived it, you've heard it, you relived it on the silver screen with me and Brother Reid. Why don't we just introduce it the way we practice?
Right. We are honored that the story has chosen us to participate in its retelling. I mean, to be honest, I was actually a little confused. They asked me to play myself in my story because I didn't even really think it was my story. I'm not even in it that much. But seeing Pastor Andrew and Brother Reid bring these events to life was exhilarating. Who knew they were such great actors? I mean, they can do it all. And that's true. I mean, these are like the new Corys right here, guys. This did happen. This is the story's truth. And we take responsibility for the story. Thank you.
I couldn't help but notice that you do have a child now.
Yeah.
And can you tell me, what is his name?
Well, we named him Gary. Gary, this is Gary.
Gary.
He's up to something.
God, give it a rest.
He's fucking always up to something out there.
God damn it! Jingles pissed on the fucking floor again. Jingles!
Gary, stop it!
I think the goddamn GPS chip in his neck.
You know, you shouldn't treat him like that.
Why the hell not? He's my dog.
You shouldn't, because what if he turns into a boy?
Him? He is not going to turn into a boy.
But he could.
You could stop being such a fucking idiot all the time.
Good night, Gary.
All right, you idiot, time to go out. If you don't shit like you're supposed to, you're not eating today. My God. I should put him down when I had the chance.
May I have something to eat?
My God, yes, of course. I'm so sorry. We didn't know you could talk.
And may I use the restroom?
What manners. And what a handsome boy.
Thank you.
All right, enough of this. I don't buy this shit for a second, okay?
This is my house. Same rules as before. We have boundaries here, and you will respect them. You do not go into Anna's study under any circumstance. Even I don't go in there.
Is there, anything else that you'd like to say to him?
Oh, no, it's all right. What's done is done.
You could learn something from him.
A boy with space noises and a man who plays dueling banjos with his ears. And they say there's no quality TV. But before we get to those, let's look at these. This is not your average game of horsey. Daddy on the left is a horsey, but Uncle Terry on the
Why don't we go for a walk? Yeah.
We can stay here.
Just go for a
Hey, what the hell's all this?
I made us some breakfast, but we ate it all. I'll make you some more.
I will make my own goddamn breakfast.
Oh my God, what happened to your neck?
I don't know. I got a spider bite or something.
Oh, I trust you slept well then.
Shut the I slept fine, thanks.
Well, if you're all set, Jerry and I are gonna go for a walk.
Who the fuck is Jerry?
Jingles. Or Jerry. It's Jerry now that he's human.
I don't give a shit.
Gary, you're gonna have to accept this. All right.
I'm gone?
What are we doing here, Gary? All right. Welcome aboard. Saw some couches today, huh, buddy? I'm a little concerned about the reclining sales lately. You know,
I've been pushing like recliners all week.
I mean, I got here and you haven't sold a recliner in 3 weeks.
I sold 3 tables though.
Listen, you know what the market is like right now, buddy. Okay?
I know.
Tables don't mean anything these days. Here's an idea. When you sell that table, go, hey, you know what would look great with that table?
A recliner.
Yeah, see, you get it. You got it. You have the answers in here.
Okay.
You have the ability to sell. It's inside of you. I know it. I've seen it.
Thank you.
had a casserole.
You know, I didn't know what to think at first, but I'm really happy you're here.
Yeah, me too. I've been doing some thinking too, and you're really special. You know, I think you deserve to be with someone who's gonna be...
Who's what?
who's nice to you.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, Granny. It's always a pleasure to have you over. Now, you...
Anna, how much longer is he gonna be in the shower for? I've had to piss for 30 goddamn minutes.
Gary, he has to shower like us now.
I'll buy it.
Don't buy it. And go piss in the yard if you have to go so bad.
Hey, I will piss in my own god.
God damn it.
Hope you're all happy. I was pissed in a beer bottle in my own goddamn house.
Did you have an accident?
Yeah, because of you. Clean this up.
No. This won't be tolerated. I think you need to be trained.
What the hell is that?
You really are a dumb son of a bitch, aren't you, Gary? What do you think's in the back of your neck? It's a microchip. Much like the one you put in me. You sleep so soundly, Gary. You're gonna have to obey me. And you're gonna be a good widow dog. Or else.
You're a monster.
You're gonna spend the night in the living room so you can think about your behavior and maybe change as a man before it's too late. Oh, Gary, one more thing. Tonight, I'm gonna fuck your wife. Sleep well, babe?
I've slept better these past 3 weeks than I have in years.
That's great. Oh my God.
What?
I forgot to feed the dog last night.
Oh. I think he can wait 20 minutes, don't you?
20 minutes?
However long it takes.
Hey. How's it going, buddy? Good to see you. Ready to sell some stuff?
Let's sell some stuff, huh?
Let's do it. How's your night?
It was unreal.
That's great.
I got some stories to tell you.
If it's all right with you, Steve, I just sold a bunch of beds.
Hey, that's all right with me. That is A-okay with me. Hey, listen, I'm looking at what we got going on with sleepers right now. It's insane. What are you doing?
I don't know. Maybe I just got a gift.
Well, I'm loving it, man.
I'm just happy to be here. I mean, thanks for teaching me the ropes and showing me how to do this. I'm just trying to follow your example.
Listen, pal, you were born running.
Oh, thanks.
Okay? You hit the land and you just took off.
I appreciate that, and I mean, coming from you and everything I've learned from you, that really means a lot to me. So,
hey, man.
Knucks up. All right, man. Let's get a beer after work today.
Hey,
Huh?
it sounds
I gotta
good.
take this.
Yeah.
It sounds good.
Oh my God. I'm coming.
You're amazing.
Oh, that's great.
No, no!
To Saturdays.
To Saturdays. Sundays too.
Sundays.
Yeah, right.
I like you.
Oh boy. Hey, hell of a damn woman you got in there, my friend.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, we all love Anna around
Yeah?
here. Oh,
You do?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I really lucked out.
Whatever happened to what's his name? What's his name?
Oh, Gary?
Gary, yeah.
Oh, training him has been a total disaster.
I want to put him down.
Jeez.
Anna wants to fix him, but I don't know. I think that's worse. Getting your balls cut off?
Wait, but didn't he fix you back when you were
When I what?
you know what? Forget about it. It's
No,
the,
you
it's
can
the beer
say it.
talking.
No,
I don't,
no, you can say it.
No, we don't need to go
Say
down
it.
that road.
When I was a dog.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
No, believe it or not, that son of a bitch never fixed me. And if you want to know if my balls work, why don't you ask Anna?
Oh. maybe I will.
Maybe you should. Hey, come here. I want to show you something.
Oh, sure. Okay. Yeah. What's wrong with his hands?
Oh, that? He fell. But what I want to show you is, do you see that thing on the back of his neck? Don't get too close. It's a little chip, and it's connected to this remote control, so whenever he acts up, shock him.
Yeah. What kind of range you got on the thing?
Oh, I don't even know, like 100, 200 feet? Why don't we see if we're close enough right now?
It's kind of cruel, right, man?
It's nothing he can't handle. This is cruel.
Hey, you know what, man? The pizza's gonna be here in a second. Why don't we head back in and get another beer, right?
I could do another beer.
Yeah, let's...
Shit! Here. Don't fucking touch me! Okay, sure.
Baby. Oh, you cute baby.
Did someone wake you up?
Oh, honey, thank you.
I'll help out with the training.
He is so cute. Oh, and you are so sweet.
Well,
It was the right thing to do. Oh,
no. Did you have an accident?
No! Is that fucking okay?
He needs to be punished.
No, Jerry. No, God. No. No, we just. No! 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 No, please, God. No! No!
Come back here. I just want to talk. I'm not going to hurt you. Come back here, goddammit! We'd like to thank Paul Giamatti for his hours of service teaching us in acting classes that were expensive. And to Mark Wahlberg for standing in for my ass. Brothers and sisters, you are now my brothers and sisters. And you always have been. But now you are forever. On your way out, we have an exclusive gift for you. It's membership cards. So that you can stay with us forever and all time. You can join us at one of our thousands of churches around the globe, or if you would like, if you're a congregant on the go, using cutting-edge spiritual technology called podcasts. We record our services and you can listen to them every Tuesday.
I would like to thank Deacon Adam, of course, liturgical director Carl, our good friend Brother Pete, Sister Callista, Steve, Brandy, little Gary, of course. And who could forget Pastor Andrew, for joining me here today and sharing the story with you. You know, whether it's being with us here in the flesh, or through a generous donation or a spiritual commitment to the story's needs, we are now all bound for all of time. Because the story says so. And the story must be told.
The story must be told.
I'm in overdrive, it's alright. Clear those clouds away, I can feel the sun.